Guys, before I start this video, I've been sharing this lip gloss on my TikTok. Like every time I do my makeup on TikTok, it's the Lip Glow Oil by Dior. It's way too expensive. It's in the shade Mahogany, so if you want to waste money, go waste your money on that. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. I am going to be ranking all of my favorite romance tropes from books, and I'm going to be doing it on one of those tier ranker list websites. I've seen a lot of booktubers do this kind of video, so it's not new. I did go in and make my own tier list. So I took all the tropes that I have read before, or at least heard of, or at least like touched on in my book journey, and I'm gonna be ranking them for you. Anyways, subscribe. Please follow my Instagram, y'all, and follow my TikTok. I don't know when this video will actually be posted, but as of January 18th, I have 98 subscribers. Thank you so much for that. I haven't had a standstill for like 3 months at 75 subscribers, so it's really nice to know that those last two videos kind of boosted my channel. But thank you so much for watching the last video, my top books of 2022. Go watch that if you want to know. Let's get on with the ranking. Let me just explain how I ranked the tiers. So on the first tier, we have perfection. And that means that this is the top god tier. These hold the tropes of all tropes. These are the best tropes that you can find, in my opinion, in a book. And there's nothing wrong with these tropes. Then we have love. And I enjoy them and I often read them, but they're not as good as the god tier. They're just slightly below. Then we have like. Like is like meh. It could go either way. Like I either read this trope and I love it, it doesn't make it to perfection ever, or I can absolutely hate it. Then sigh. It's, I could read a trope like this, but most of the time, I'm not gonna like it, or I'm gonna have to like ignore that part of the book, or most likely I could finish a book with this trope in it. I would just be annoyed. Then, oh heck nah. No. Basically, if I go into a bookstore and I'm trying to look for a new book and I see the specific trope in it, I'm going to avoid this trope at all costs. Let's get on to the rankings. I'm gonna be turning towards here for my laptop. So first on our roster, we have fake dating. Now for me, fake dating, perfection. I'm sorry, I feel like fake dating is just the ultimate god tier trope. It is entertaining. I feel like the main complaint, obviously, is fake dating is always unrealistic. Like there's never, if you think about every single fake dating book you've ever read, think about it. Have you ever read a fake dating book that has actually given a good enough reason to why they would need to fake date? The answer is no, but that's not the point. Actually, the answer is yes. Do you know what I'm thinking of? Hunger Games. When Pete and Katniss have to fake date to survive so President Snow wouldn't kill them, that's a good reason. Every other reason, no. But there's something so chaotic and something so hilarious about asking your hot coworker to fake date you. I find it so fun to read. It's always entertaining to me. I always laugh. And the part where they realize that they're getting together, if it's well written, it's always so sweet and I love it. Okay, next we have bad boy, good girl. I'm gonna have to give this a perfection as well. Like, I was gonna give it love just purely because I don't think I pick up a lot of books like this, but I think I have to give credit where it's due. This trope is the end-all be-all, one of the end-all be-all tropes for fanfiction, Wattpad. If you read that, then you know what good girl and bad boy does. Like, it started off a revolution. Like, I can't discredit what it's done for the romance genre. It's a classic trope that's never gonna die, in my opinion. Then we have slow burn. Slow burn is a love. And I love slow burn, but sometimes slow burn can drive you crazy. I do love slow burn. It's really good. It's a good trope, and it definitely combats against insta love, which we'll get to. Then we have arranged marriage. Arranged marriage kind of goes on the same lines of fake dating, I'm gonna say arranged marriage is on love just purely because pretending to date is like different than having an entirely arranged scenario to get married in order to get something. But I also love arranged marriage. I feel like we need to skip around because I feel like my favorite ones are already in the front. Let's do the bet. After is exactly the bet trope. I'm gonna say it's all right. I feel like it's a very childish trope. It's like dumb. Let's do Grumpy Sunshine. Grumpy Sunshine is definitely perfection for me. So fun. It's like the perfect opposites attract. The next trope is only one bed. I'm gonna say it's a like. I'm not gonna say I hate this one. I'm just gonna say like it's meh. Like it's alright. Well, I guess since I said alright, it should go down here. Some of these tropes I stole from other people's and then I added my own. Like I don't have a problem when it's only one bed. It's not even really a trope, is it? I don't really know. Okay, enemies to lovers. I mean, duh. It's perfection. It's probably the best one on the list, in my opinion. It has the drama, it has the mess, it has the passion. Hate and love is on the cusp. It's just so good, so dramatic. Love it. Right person, wrong time. I really like this trope. I'm gonna say it's a love. I think there's some realism to it, which I think some of these tropes can teeter on not realistic, obviously, because they're books. But right person, wrong time, like it reminds me of Normal People by Sally Rooney. It's the perfect book to explain that trope. Let's do office romance. Okay, I'm gonna say this is, I'm gonna say office romance is perfection. There's just so many ways to play it up with the coworkers, with what kind of job it is. I'm gonna say bully romance. Bully romance is they take it real far. Sometimes it gets real messy and honestly like on cusp of like we should probably call the police on this child. Sports romance. I was gonna put sports romance into perfection. Then I was like, I'm gonna put in love. I'm gonna move arranged marriage to like because now I'm feeling like it's a like for me. Yeah, back to sports romance. It just gives the characters like an easy way to have like a drive or something to like look towards because sometimes books forget that characters need to have hobbies in a book. This is a hot take, I think. I'm gonna say Friends to Lovers is in the like. It goes either way. It needs to be amazing and then I'll love it. I'll love it. But if it's not, it's like just okay. I'm never like excited when it's like two best friends and then they just suddenly figure out they're gonna be together. Like, it's like duh. Forced proximity. I love forced proximity. It's gonna be perfection. Gotta be. It's obvious. Forced proximity can be added to any one of these tropes and it would be 10 times better. Childhood friends to lovers. I kind of wrote that wrong. Childhood friends to lovers. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it in love. I know that's like similar to friends to lovers, but I'm just thinking of this book right now. I can't think of what it is, but I just love it when you can see flashbacks to their childhood or to when they were younger and how they were then versus now. And then how they transition that to being lovers. Mafia romance. I feel like this is slightly a hot take. It's gonna have to be in the oh heck nah. I don't think I've ever read a traditional mafia romance. I have read very dark romances before, but I start to get like icked out, like ugh, like it's just too much. Forbidden love. I love this trope, honestly. Forbidden love is one of my favorites. I'm gonna put also up there to love secret romance. I just love the fact that they have to run around and try to find places to be together. And then of course, when everything hits the fan, that's when the drama hits and I love that part. I don't think I have any on my roster right now that is that, and I would love to read more of that if you guys have any recommendations. Okay, one of us is famous trope. So usually like one of them is a celebrity, yada, 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 and the other person is like a normal citizen. This is a like. This is definitely a like. Either it adds to the story or it doesn't.
Zapper here to go. Hang in there, Squidward. It's all part of the job.
I do love that trope because it can add a lot of different possibilities to what can happen with the characters and stuff. And a girl could dream to be with a celebrity. So I don't feel like this is actually controversial at all. I think a lot of people would agree with me. Pregnancy trope, it's usually accidental. I'm gonna say that it's a oh no. Maybe I should put in alright, because I definitely will read it. I have read pregnancy tropes last year and they were fine. Obviously, like, I don't want kids right now, so the thought of having an accidental pregnancy and then fully going through with it is just not relatable to me, to like have a kid with someone that you met a week ago because you guys had drunken sex and now you feel like you have all this chemistry. I haven't read a book that's like doesn't just turn the book into like pregnancy 101. Let's do single dad, single mom, single parent. I'm gonna say that this is a love. This is a like. This is a real middle ground subject, because I've gotten more into the single dad trope specifically last year. It just kind of goes into the pregnancy thing. Again, do I want to read a book about a kid? The kid has to be really well written. One of my pet peeves about books is that when they have a kid in it and they're like 5 years old, they write them as if they're smarter than the adults. It drives me nuts. Just let the kid be a kid. This is the amnesia trope, where someone gets into a car accident and then forgets everything and for some reason carries on. I'm gonna give this a heck no. You know what makes me think of? That one Vanessa Hudgens movie where it's like a guy who's like a knight and he like gets hit by her car and like he loses his It's so bizarre. And quick anecdote, you know what the funny thing was? Is that his name was Sir Cole, like the prince. So the whole time me and my friends were dying laughing because literally we were just calling him Circle. So if you like that movie, I guess you like this trope, but I don't. Next, insta love. It's gonna give a like. I do not want the characters to get together minimum until like 75% of the book. Because then if I had to read 50% of mushy gushy gushy, it's like we could have ended this book already. We need to have plot. It's insta love for a specific reason. Like in Colleen Hoover books, I feel she has a lot of insta love in her books because she wants to show this like fairy tale of a relationship and then boom, shit hits the fan. Teacher student, I'm gonna say this is alright. This is not my favorite trope, to be honest. Teacher student always is on the cusp of like, is this illegal? And now that I'm older, I can't ignore those kind of signs like I did when I was reading fan fiction. Okay, so then love triangle. Honestly, I'm gonna say this is alright. Love triangle stresses me out, and I know that's what it's supposed to do because you're not supposed to know who's supposed to get together, but it's just, it stresses me out. Okay, another trope I really love. I hate everyone in the world but you. I'm gonna put this in perfection. It goes in the same lines of Grumpy Sunshine, just like makes you feel so special when you're reading it. Next, we have bodyguard of romance. My mouth is so dry.
I don't need it. I need it!
That's okay, we can survive. I haven't read a lot of bodyguard romance, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I read one. So I'll put this in, it's alright. It's fine. I'll probably, you know what I need to read is Twisted Hate by Anna Huang, and then I guess I'll come back to you then once I read that. Nanny boss. Love this trope. I'm gonna say I love this trope because I feel like the nanny boss is a way for the protagonist to form a bond with the child before forming a bond with the boss, because it feels more family oriented and it feels sweeter in the end. Small town romances. This is a trope of perfection. Small town romance. It's always just sweet, it's quaint, it always gives good vibes. Billionaire. I'm gonna say I like it. I like when the protagonist is a billionaire. It opens up possibilities. We can see cool scenes with rich people. Got nothing else to say. Another trope, good boy, bad girl. Now this is a trope that I've kind of been slightly introduced to in 2022. I haven't actually read any books that are specifically like this, so I'll put in like for now. And the last trope, this is second chance romance. I'm gonna say it's perfection. If you've read the I Hate to Love You series, I think that's what it's called. No matter where they've gone or where they've been in life, they always just somehow end up right where they need to be, which is together. Anyways, guys, it is so late at night and I want to go to bed. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and yeah, have a good day or night wherever you are, and love you.